Alrighty, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are back in Dyson Sphere program, and I apologize, I might not be able to see chat for just a minute. I'm just getting my phone set up here so that I can view chat and whatnot. But yeah, look at that beautiful, beautiful image that we ended on last time. Building the Dyson Sphere. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Okay, well I immediately know that my audio is working. So yeah, everything is running. We are building the Dyson Sphere. Let me go ahead and take a look at the settings here. Okay, so we've still got quite a few solar sails to launch. Still got a number of the carrier rockets that we need to launch. But yeah, we're getting there. So I believe what I needed to do now was I actually needed to expand my basic prediction of things. Now, if I look at the statistics panel here, let me take a look at a couple of things. Okay, so that's what I have set on 1. So let me go through these real quick, and I'm gonna look at a couple of things that are pretty important. So we're gonna put Dyson Sphere components, frame material, Casimir crystals, titanium crystals, carbon nanotube, graphene, deuterium fuel rods. Basically all the things that are necessary, most of the end line products that are necessary for everything for carrier rockets. I think that's most of it. So yeah, looking at it right now, we're using more than we're producing in basically all of these. How am I not producing any titanium crystals? Oh, right, they're not being produced in this system. They're being produced over at the, Oh, wait, no, they should be. Shouldn't they? Wasn't I bringing those into Minkar 3 and, crafting them there? I could have sworn I was. But anyways, yes, today we are going to be continuing to work on our production so that we can build the Dyson sphere ever faster, get more power, and the more power that we can get, the more we can make critical photons. And with critical photons, we can make antimatter, and with antimatter, we can start to make that lovely, lovely white research. The universe matrices that I need so very badly. Come to think of it, did I ever actually finish the, No, no I didn't. Should I do that? You know, yeah, we'll do that here in a bit. I need to check up on Minkar 3, see what's going on over here. I need to see what's going on with the titanium crystal, situation. Because I'm sure we have enough organic crystals. We're constantly bringing that in from Alula Australis. Yeah, you are basically never getting enough enough carbon nanotube. That is the major problem with frame material, and thus the major problem with carbon nanotubes, or the Dyson sphere components rather. I need to make these so much faster than I currently am. Why do you even have that there? I have no idea, because we're not bringing carbon nanotubes over there. We're bringing carbon nanotubes over to here. Oh, actually, why are your drones set to... That was a little bizarre. I'm not sure why the drone settings were set that way. But yeah, carbon nanotube is an issue. It is a big old issue. Alright, but if I look at this, yeah, I don't get why titanium crystals are essentially not getting produced. I have a bunch of them here. We're remote demanding them from somewhere. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we just got a shipment of titanium crystal. Titanium crystals absolutely getting brought in. Now, titanium crystals are used in yellow research and the production of Casimir crystals. Casimir crystals are not having a problem because of titanium crystals, so I don't have to concern myself with this. It looks bad, but it's not. It's not a problem. Clearly. Especially since we're not even consuming all of the Casimir crystals that we're producing. I am surprised that graphene apparently isn't getting produced. Oh. 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 Interesting. So honestly, this needs to be on local demand, so that I'm constantly sending out all of the graphene. In which case, then we can reattach this buffer. Not that I think I really need that particular buffer, but it'll be fine. Oh wow, deuterium has essentially died. That's interesting. So that is the one problem with my deuterium fuel rods right now, is I just don't have enough deuterium. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. If that is the case, okay, those are Mark III assemblers, yeah. I am not entirely sure what to do about that. Well, hydrogen's starting to build up in there. I think it might have just been that this was completely full, and that's why our hydrogen production wasn't really going the way we wanted it to. Yeah. Well, we will have to address deuterium at another time. I have more important things to address. Yeah, graphene is doing fine now. So carbon nanotubes are an issue. Alright, so for carbon nanotubes, essentially what I've got here is working just fine. Here, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, what I've got here is working just fine. I really just need more of this. Do I have... I do have chemical factories on me. Nice. Or chemical plants, rather. So let's just go ahead and set up a bunch of these. Power to these. Let's see, something along the lines of this, I believe. That should do nicely. And of course, this is over the course of 10 minutes, so I mean, it's going to take a little bit before this jumps up to what the actual rate is now. But we'll go ahead and kind of monitor this for a minute. Gives me a chance to have a drink here. And I'll briefly talk about something. I've been experimenting with some things regarding my streams lately. Some of you may or may not know that I tried to stream Gold Rush not that long ago because I'm playing leaderboards this season, which actually I haven't played for like a day or two. I probably need to get back on that. I probably lost my spot in the top 10 for sure. But I tried that, and I tried playing some music with that because that game really is kind of dull if you're not playing any kind of music with it. And I tried StreamTunes out, which StreamTunes is a wonderful place, wonderful company that has taken it upon themselves. If I can spit my words out, dear Lord, maybe I need another drink. Just a second. They have taken it upon themselves to create some DMCA free music. If you don't know what DMCA is, basically it's just, you know, copyright claims that would otherwise not allow you to use music in your content. So they've made DMCA free music that anyone can use for their streams, for their videos, for any kind of content creation. However, because of the way YouTube works, it still has to claim a copyright. Because any music that's made is copyrighted by the person who made it, or company or studio, whatever the case may be. So StreamTunes technically has the copyright to that, and YouTube will flag it if you are not on their quote-unquote whitelist, which I have since applied for. I applied for that last weekend, I believe. I still have not to get any verification regarding whether or not I actually am on that whitelist now. But yeah, and then in addition to that, like, I've had some other small things with some music. Just the things that I use, like, on my break screen and a couple other things pop up. And it's been really annoying to deal with. And then my friend Polar over on Twitch, you know, we were talking while he was streaming last night, and like, honestly, the main reasons I stream on YouTube, aside from the political stuff that I won't get into, the main reason why I stream here on YouTube as opposed to Twitch is because I know that once I'm done streaming, my VOD will be up on YouTube essentially forever, unless for some reason they take it down or block it or whatever. But it'll be there forever. Whereas with Twitch, it's gone in like 14 days. And he alluded to me that he still has VODs up from over a year ago on Twitch, and I was like, what the hell? And he talked to me about that briefly. He highlights them and then adds them to a collection of some sort. And it took me a little while to actually find that on Twitch, but he does indeed have these collections of videos. He's got multiple playthroughs of like various things that he's done for the first time, multiplayer stuff. And I was not aware that you could even do that on Twitch, but apparently you can. Apparently it's not a big deal because he's not a big streamer, so it's not like a partner thing or a whatever. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's like an affiliate thing or something. But it's interesting, and it's somewhat the news that you can do that, plus my issues that I'm having with YouTube regarding the copyright on music, is starting to shift some of my momentum to maybe thinking about streaming over on Twitch. There are several other reasons why I don't want to stream on Twitch, but they're somewhat lesser concerns. But anyways, let me know. I'm sure most people are just lurking today, if they're watching at all. But anyone who is going to be watching this after the fact, let me know what your thoughts are on having me stream on Twitch as opposed to here. I always have the option to then download the streams from Twitch and then post them on YouTube as well. It would be a little annoying on my part just because of the download time and then the upload time and all of that. However, streaming on Twitch would also be a little bit easier in some aspects in that I wouldn't have to create a thumbnail for every single stream, which I find a little odd that YouTube wants you to do that, but I guess that's just kind of, it's just kind of a holdover from the fact that they really are mainly all about making videos as opposed to live streaming services. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. I would appreciate any and all input regarding whether or not I should be streaming on Twitch and then just re-uploading those here, or whether you would watch more on Twitch regardless, you know, whatever the case may be. Well, the production on carbon nanotubes has definitely increased a lot. However, it seems like the consumption has increased to match, which is concerning to me just a little bit. How much room do I have a pretty good amount of room here still. And it's not like these lines are getting tugged on really hard. Oh, you know what I did? I probably put carbon nanotubes on here because I was planning to run a similar line like this all the way down. That's probably what I was doing. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, it seems like carbon nanotubes, like, there's just no such thing as having enough carbon nanotubes at this point. So let's just go ahead and bite the bullet and just absolutely go ham with this. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? I think 20 on each line is a decent enough start. Oof, autosave. Autosave kicks in there, and it's like, sometimes I wonder whether it's an autosave or whether my game just crashed. Also, I wouldn't, now that I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't mind any more, or more input from people who are watching, whether they prefer my Monster Hunter Stories streams, whether they prefer Dyson Sphere, whether they prefer 7 Days, Gold Rush. Like, let me know what your favorite kinds of content are, because obviously while I am playing these games largely for myself because I enjoy playing them, I am also still playing them for your entertainment as well. So let me know what your favorite series are. I mean, I can kind of guess based on the analytic data, but at the same time, it's like I would prefer to just, you know, hear from you guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ruby, he would prefer the Monster Hunter streams. I know Polar's down with whatever. He drops by to lurk every now and then. Alright, so we've got that going. Now we just need titanium and graphene for the other set of chemical plants here. And then I just need some power and to run the sorters, and we will be good to go. boom. Oh, I actually took those a little bit further than I needed to, but that's alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get the sorters on here. And that will be that, as they say. Excellent. Alright, let's go ahead and get power running in here. Wow, am I actually going to be able to do one power pole for 4 of these all the way down the line? If that's the case, that is fan-freaking-tastic. I couldn't have planned that any better. Alright, so that is 20 new carbon nanotube factories up and running. Oof. It is struggling hard to meet demand, though. I might just have to do away with the old graphene buffer here. I think that might be what we have to do here. It may, in fact, be time to do it. I always thought that there would come a point where, you know, the graphene production would have to, or where the production would start, you know, getting to the point where I'm gonna basically use up everything that I'm making, at which point the buffer is kind of pointless. The buffer is just there so that I was constantly making graphene, because I knew I was going to need lots of it anyway, so I might as well stockpile it while I'm, you know, making a surplus of it. But I believe now may in fact be the time to kill that idea. Kill it dead. Alright, so we've got more carbon nanotubes getting made than ever before. Frame material is getting made over here, yes. And it looks as though we are making enough carbon nanotubes all of a sudden. That is starting to look like the case. I mean, right now the statistics panel isn't showing that because, again, it takes 10 minutes to get a full thing here. If I look at 1 minute, yeah, there we go. If I look at 1 minute, it's absolutely producing more than I need. Although the graphene has just died. It just died hard. So at this rate, I'm not going to be able to make enough graphene. So now we have a new problem. We have to make more graphene. Wait, what? Fire ice isn't getting brought down here fast enough? You've got to be kidding me. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day where fire ice was a problem. Okay, that's interesting. I have ways to combat that. Multiple ways, as a matter of fact. Here, let's go ahead and move you. Can I move you over here? Nice, I can. And we'll get rid of that. I would like to pull fire ice out here, and then raise that up, and we're gonna take this down the line until the point where basically we are massively struggling. Okay, I gotta get back into the building range though. We'll have to start somewhere. Okay. And we'll bring this down the line. We'll have to find the point at which we are no longer getting fire ice down here, which I would say is we're pretty close to that right now. Honestly, you know what, yeah, let's do it right here. Let's kill you right there. And I'm gonna bring you down to here. And we'll put in a new line of fire ice so that these can start doing their jobs. So I should start to see that skyrocket here shortly. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Using the good old verticality, which is something I honestly don't do all that often. I probably need to do more of it. Using the verticality that this game allows you to have. All right, we'll put this in at the same point that we did over here, so it's somewhere around here. Right, I think I ended it right here. And then bring that down like so. Excellent. Alright, so how are we doing now? We're about 4,200 on graphene. But once I start rolling in all of this, we should be doing even better than that. I may need to put another interstellar station down in order to start taking this stuff, though. Because as I recall, the way I have the output set up, I've got like 3 layers. Yeah, I've already got 3 layers. At least on the graphene belt. Or is that the hydrogen? No, that is the graphene belt, yeah. So I can't really layer any more graphene output here. Besides, I think all of the inputs and outputs on that particular station are basically full. Yeah, we are stacked at 4,800, and consumption's at 6,200. So, all right, I guess that's what we got to do then. That is what we've got to do. And since deuterium is kind of an issue, I'm gonna go ahead and make the interstellar right here. Well, hold on. Let me think about this. If I put another output line here, right, and then I put a chemical plant here, we're gonna need 2 input lines, one for graphene, one for hydrogen, and then we're gonna have another chemical plant right here, and we're gonna need another input line, or rather output line for fire ice. So if I do all of that, then let's see, right here would be good, I suppose. Alright, and fire ice is going to be demanded, and then we're going to have hydrogen and graphene. Alrighty. So we're gonna bring graphene in, or bring the fire ice in rather. Gonna make graphene like so. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Pressing the wrong button for copy and paste. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, pressing the wrong buttons for copy and paste. Let's go ahead and do graphene here, hydrogen here. Excellent. And I will have to foundation over the sulfuric acid here, but that's fine. There's no funky business there, right? Okay, good. Very good, very good. And we'll make some nice long lines here. Ooh. We're pulling on the power a little bit. Indeed we are. Do I have any ray receivers on me? I do have a couple. Do I have any ray receivers on this planet? I do not. Okay. So if that's the case, let me take a quick look at the... Right, and the main reason why I don't right now is because it orbits this gas giant. So not only do I have to worry about whether or not the rotation of the planet is, or the moon rather, whether or not that's going to be facing the Dyson sphere. I also have to worry about whether or not the ice giant will be blocking it. But let's just take a quick look at this. Orbital inclination. Okay. Yeah, there's very little orbital wobble. So honestly, it looks like probably the North Pole is the better option for me at the moment. Yeah, right up there. Let's go ahead and plop a couple of these things down. I'm building the Dyson sphere to make power, so I might as well use the danged power. Now, my only problem right now is that that power is not going to be getting into the grid right away. Because I don't have enough ray receivers to really cover it well. But there we go. We'll get a little bit of power from this. Right now we're building up our continuous receiving buff, so we'll gather more and more power as it continuously receives more. Alright, and we'll just go ahead and copy these down the line. Get them powered up, and hopefully the power grid can take it. But yeah, 20 more of those, that should definitely help. And then in terms of hydrogen, most of the hydrogen is being brought over here. I guess we'll have to see how quickly that fills up. How are we looking on our graphene production now? We are looking not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. It looks like that will quickly... Yep, we have exceeded our consumption. So that is good. That means we should be able to very easily support this carbon nanotube. I'm surprised Casimir crystals are being produced that quickly. I was gonna say I don't see any Casimir crystals gone. Maybe they must have shipped out like a quick shipment and they just all went ham real quick to fill the gap, so to speak. I'm guessing that was what happened there. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this now. Right, you are completely full on carbon nanotube. We are good to go there. Let's go ahead and pull a little bit harder on the titanium alloy, because I'm sure we've got plenty of that in storage. Oh yeah, we had plenty. Ooh, although titanium seems to be a little lacking. we may need to do something about that. Ah, this is actually completely backed up. Well, in that case, we can expand. Let's just put down 5 more of these real quick. Not that I expect that to make a massive difference here, but it should make a little bit of difference. Glad I caught that before I ran into any problems. That's for sure. Because if it's down to this point, it's been struggling a little bit for a little while. That's been in slow decline, I can tell. Alright, and this can actually, by the looks of it, be expanded just a little bit more. Yeah, I could probably get away with like 2 more of these. Right, so now it's draining the buffer. Mostly just to fill that. Honestly, you know what? Let's just get rid of this buffer. Let's just get rid of it. We'll fill this as fast as we possibly can. Get rid of a couple of things that are just chilling in my inventory that are unnecessary. Alright, we'll get rid of that buffer entirely eventually, but for now, it should do just fine. Power is looking better right now, okay. Looks like something, well, probably Casimir Crystal production, yeah. Casimir Crystal's turned off. They're not getting made, so that's fine. Alright, let's see how we are doing. Okay. Frame material is at least slightly stockpiled. So the amount of Dyson Sphere components that we are making is not enough to completely deplete the amount of frame material that I'm making, at the very least. Those are Mark II assemblers. These are Mark IIIs, yes? Oh no, these are Mark IIs as well. That's interesting, huh? Well again, I don't really have the power right now. I think the last time I looked at the power consumption, the maximum power consumption, or requested power off of the Dyson Sphere was 4 gigawatts. That was when I was doing research and whatnot. So, honestly right now I believe I have power to spare off of the Dyson Sphere. Let's go ahead and head over to Minkar 1. I'll grab some things. I'm running low on belts and sorters and probably chemical plants and a few other things. So I might as well go over and resupply, and then we'll come back here and get all of that sorted out. I'll grab some ray receivers and whatnot. And we'll very quickly see what is going on over here on Minkar 1. And while I'm traveling, I need to go ahead and do a couple other things as well. Let's go ahead and set some of the ores and ingots on 3. I'll look at glass, gears, magnets, some of the more basic materials. Alright, cool. And we'll get those set on 3 just so that I can really look at what's going on with this. And we'll start to reinvigorate, I guess I should say, my whole entire setup here into making a couple things that I need. Oh wow, I've got quite a bit of research done. You know what? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this real quick. Let's just plop it down. This will also help me to see, hopefully, my max power demand off of the Dyson sphere. Although right now you guys are not receiving anything. You guys are barely receiving anything, and that's really just because well, are you being fed the, Oh no, I haven't started feeding you guys graviton lenses yet. Okay, well that's interesting. I set up the ring, or the thing out here, so that it could start supplying them. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, well let's go ahead and do that real quick then. Let's start feeding these guys graviton lenses. Yeah, and that makes an immediate difference in the amount of critical photons we can make. So that will allow us to make antimatter a whole lot faster, and if we're making antimatter faster, we are going to be making white research faster. Because that's really the only thing that's holding up our research at this point, is just making antimatter. And then over here we have this one set up. Yeah, you're making critical photons, so let's go ahead and plop that in there. Were you making critical photons? You were, okay. And you were. And then you were as well, but I've got other things here set up for that. Okay. So, bring those over. Bring those over. And this is going to increase our graviton lens consumption. But for the most part, those are not that difficult to make. We've really only been making them for green research, but if we're not making antimatter, we're not really using green research. At least not yet. Right, let's go ahead and do this, into this, and into this. Excellent. So everybody's got graviton lenses now. We are making lots and lots of power. Yeah, we're requesting 4 gigawatts off of the Dyson sphere now. So that's a pretty significant amount of power. How are we doing in terms of... Oh wow, okay, I've almost got 90,000 solar sails up there. So that's pretty good. I've only got 2,000. I've only got 2,000 rockets left to launch as well before everything that I've planned is constructed. Excellent. Okay. In that case, I think we can probably go ahead and expand just a little bit more. Just one more layer out, I think. All right. So let's go ahead and pause. Now this is the correct. Yeah, it's the one that that gives me the curves. Alright, and then from there we can just kind of do our typical pattern that we've been doing. Like so. So it's somewhat of a funky pattern, but I think in the end it will work out nicely for us. Wait, hold up. No. I don't think I selected the appropriate. Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. Like that, and then I want to select this. That's right. There we go. And each layer we go out further is going to require more and more material than the layer previous. So now I've got nearly, 9,000 more rockets to launch, and I've got nearly 100,000 more solar sails that I need to launch. So, but that's all right. We're gonna get more and more power off of that. You are starting to receive a little bit of power. And pretty soon we will have our quote-unquote mission accomplished, where we are, well, where we can be done with the game. I'm absolutely not going to be done with the game. I need to build the damn Dyson sphere. We ain't done until we build a Dyson sphere. The whole name of the game is Dyson Sphere Program. We can't be done yet. But essentially, we are effectively at endgame at this point, where all we have left to do is pursue the infinite levels of research, which are technically not infinite. I believe they end at level 10,000. However, they take so long that they're effectively infinite. I don't believe you could actually complete every single amount of research to level 10,000. Like, there's just no way. It wouldn't happen. There's not enough time in your lifetime. Yeah. But we'll go ahead and see the little pop-up here shortly, saying that we're finished. Which I think I've only actually seen this one time before, and it was quite some time ago. Back when I first started playing the game. Boom! Pretty sure that music is new.
Congratulations, builder of great civilizations. The primary mission of the Dyson Sphere program has been successfully completed with your efforts. The energy you provided is bound to make the homeland develop with high speed, and your figure will imprint with every step forward. This cluster has been activated. To remember your achievements, people light up a star in the Milky Way star map. Yes, it will always record your contribution to the forthcoming third-level civilization. Now please rest a while, and then embark on the journey of the Sea of Stars again.
Yay! So now we will start getting access to the leaderboards, essentially, where anybody who's using this particular seed, whoever has the highest amount of total power generation, because again, power is really the main thing that limits your ability to do further research, because you need power to make antimatter. Yeah, whoever has the highest amount of power, their name is up on the Milky Way chart for this particular seed. And yeah, that is awesome. So I've still got 6,000 white research that I can use on something. I'm sure Vane's utilization requires twice that. Oof, even that takes a little bit. No. Ray transmission efficiency? What is our ray transmission efficiency right now? Oh, right here it's saying... Okay, so I think that's saying the amount of energy that we're losing. So we're losing just under 27% of the energy. I suppose we could go ahead and do that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Because then it'll be more efficient getting power off of the Dyson sphere down to here. Alright, so anyways, I came down here to resupply on belts and some buildings and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get that started. How many? I actually have quite a few level 3 assemblers. Because I didn't put them down because I don't have power right now, honestly. Alright, those are EM rail ejectors. Where are the... there are ray receivers. Let's go ahead and grab like 70-ish of these. And I think, yeah, I've actually got a bunch of them put down here as well. These are pulling power down. And it looks like they're slowly fading as the planet is wobbling back towards the... Oh no, maybe they're doing all right. I don't know. We'll see. But you know what? It wouldn't be a terrible idea to put down some more of these. Here's a power thing. I would like to see, seeing as how we are researching right now. Okay, yeah, we're not really struggling for power here. Okay, so I won't worry about it too much. So let's go ahead and pick up some chemical plants. I might want to pick up some fractionators as well. Do I have some of those with me still? I don't see any. Yeah, we'll grab like 30-ish chemical plants. 60-ish fractionators. Do I need more splitters? No, I'm good on splitters. Matter of fact, here, take those extra 6. I don't need that stack. Other than that, I think we are doing alright. Honestly, we might be doing so alright for power that I don't believe we need to be pulling these anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this to like 3,000-ish. And we'll see how we do on power for a while. Do I need... I do kind of need drones. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some drones. And yeah, I think we're pretty much good to go on that. Let's go ahead and check some of these buildings. Hurting on copper ingots. You're doing alright. You're doing alright. And you're doing alright. I mean, it's hurting on copper ingots a little bit, but you're doing fine, it looks like. I should probably give you some drones. Here, just have drones. That way you can supply a little bit more efficiently. For the most part, I think we're doing alright on the basic resources, though. It looks as though my engines and supermagnetic rings and whatnot are getting pulled on pretty hard. Magnets are getting pulled on pretty hard right now as well. Surprisingly. How are you doing so good if magnets are getting pulled that hard? Am I making magnets somewhere else on the planet? It's a little difficult to tell, because I am making stuff all over the place. Oh, that's plane filters. Supermagnetic rings, processors. No, I think that's the one and only place where I'm making magnets on this planet. Nice. So yeah, that went down from just under 27% to just under 23%. So we gained a little bit more. And that percentage, you know, it's only 4%, which doesn't sound like a lot. And honestly, it's not. Oh, okay, there's magnets being made right here. Okay. That's probably why it's doing all right. And I am pressing all the wrong buttons. But yeah, that 4% doesn't sound like much, and really it's not. However, as we get more power production from the Dyson sphere, oh wow, it's actually requesting close to 6 gigawatts now. Okay, maybe I don't have as much, to spare as I thought I did. But anyways, as this produces more and more, that 4% will grow in terms of the total amount of power that we're actually producing. So it absolutely matters. It will absolutely make a difference. But yeah, nothing is catastrophically crashed here. That's the main thing, at least from what I'm seeing. Nothing here is crashed into oblivion. Nothing is just absolutely getting crushed. And so long as that is the case, I am a pretty happy fox. Although my diamonds are kind of... they're dead. Diamonds are dead because I've been making graviton lenses in overdrive, essentially. Let's go ahead. I think I'm just making... yeah, I just made like a couple here. I'm not doing anything ridiculous with that. Let's go ahead and quickly double production. Oh, I'm almost out of smelters. Hop on over those. Take my output line over here. And put down some power so that I will have power for my exports. Or rather, for my outputs. Alright, so now we're going to be making diamonds a whole lot faster. That should help with the graviton lenses. Hopefully it doesn't destroy energetic graphite, which we're just kind of bringing in from other places. Okay, that's all looking good. So let's go ahead and get some more smelters. And then from there, I think we are pretty well good to go. Although, do we need some more miners? I might need some more miners. Yeah, I'm down to 6 miners. Let's go ahead and grab some of those. Where are my smelters? 5? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab like 100. Boom! Alright, we'll head back to Minkar 3. And start getting all of that solidified. And if I can get power solidified, then I should be able to expand the number of rockets that we're making, and we'll be able to start getting all of this constructed that much faster. But it is coming along nicely. It is coming along very nicely. I imagine it will still be several streams before we actually get this finished. And honestly, we're probably getting to the point where I might need to start setting up in other systems. I just need to grab more resources in other systems in order to start getting the level of production that I really need. We are just about getting to that point. So I should probably start looking at some other systems then to potentially start exploiting. Now again, the main reason that things are not going as fast as I would like is power production. I need more power in order to do my research. I need more power in order to, you know, take care of all of my factories. So really we want to be setting up in these B-type star systems. The A-type stars are also good. I believe the O-type star is the one that we really want. That's the one that outputs the most amount of power, which I assume we have one. Yeah, right over here is one, but that's kind of far away. It wouldn't be a bad idea to also head to some of the neutron stars and black holes and stuff in the area as well. Just because we can get some other really nice resources from there. Mainly the unipolar magnets. That would allow me to make better smelters, which would really help out in terms of making my my ingots. Though again, one of the main reasons why I haven't really bothered with trying to get those, because I really could just warp over to a neutron star or a black hole, mine some unipolar magnets, make the smelters, and then come back and upgrade them. But since they're upgraded, they're going to take a lot more ore, and they're going to take more power as well to run. But they're going to take more ore than the standard ones do, and right now, my biggest problem in terms of making more ingots is simply that I don't have the mining speed. So I really need to up the research on that, on veins utilization, so that I can get more minerals out faster to my smelters. Oh, Stanky Pete is live? Really? Interesting. All his message says is Lego, so I'm guessing he's playing some kind of Lego game. Probably a Lego Star Wars game or something. That would be very interesting. Stanky Pete is another wonderful friend of mine over on Twitch. He plays all kinds of stuff, honestly. I think well, I guess if there was one thing on his channel, yeah, I guess it would be a channel, then that is predominant over anything else, I guess it would be Hunt Showdown. He does like to play some Hunt Showdown. But other than that, yeah, he plays lots of everything, pretty much. Alright, so we are at the southern pole. I need to be at the other pole. I need to be at the North Pole. So we'll just fly all the way around the planet because I can. We'll have to get rid of this sulfuric acid. That's fine. You know, let's just go ahead and do that now. Well, I might not be a good idea to get rid of all of it, but if I can get rid of a large portion of it, because right now I'm more than meeting my my sulfuric acid demands, but those demands will increase in the future, so it's good to keep that in mind. Launch a total of 100,000 solar sails. Oh, nice. Oh, and that unlocked some achievements for me. Very nice. Alrighty then. I think that'll do for now. Go ahead and cut a couple of these. Alright, and then I just need 4 in this direction and 4 in this direction. These I kind of have to place manually because it's super tight. Oh wow, I actually ran out of ray receivers. Alright, well, whatever. That is plenty of ray receivers. We should be getting a significant amount of power down from the Dyson Sphere. Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, boy. Power for days. Alright, so... Right, you're making my extra carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes are excellent right now. Graphene is completely filled up. And now that we are no longer doing the wall of graphene, I can go ahead and get rid of all of that. Whew. That filled up right quick. Nice, okay. Now, I kind of have to look at the hydrogen. It's running out of here. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're not even getting any hydrogen now. And I'm guessing it's because I turned your output off. Yep, that was the cause. Okay, the hydrogen's starting to get back through here. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna eat up all of this hydrogen. Just all of it. Just gonna gobble it all up. Let's go ahead and remote demand hydrogen here. Because I think we are actually going to need more hydrogen in order to make sure that I'm continuously producing deuterium. Because yeah, right now my deuterium stockpile is... Ugh, it's not looking good. So pretty soon, rockets are going to get choked because I'm not making deuterium fuel rods. Because I just don't have enough deuterium to constantly be making the fuel rods. Yeah, it just takes so much deuterium. Luckily, we've got plenty of hydrogen, it looks like, from the extractors up there. So I think we'll be fine. Okay, you're set to local demand for hydrogen. You are supplying hydrogen. Right, and the main reason why I had it like this is because if hydrogen gets backed up, then graphene starts, you know, the production of graphene just drops all of a sudden. Yeah, right now graphene has dropped below the rate that I'm consuming it because this got backed up. So, I mean, it's absolutely a good thing to have some there, but yeah, I may have slightly overdone it there. Honestly, what I could do is I could just take the hydrogen from here and I could belt it into there for times when I start running low on hydrogen. I could potentially do that. I mean, that hydrogen is obviously getting used. It's getting pulled to somewhere. Probably over to Casimir crystals. Did they just, I mean, it's producing Casimir crystals. I'm not sure why, because it's completely full. Oh, it probably just, yeah. It probably just took a load of Casimir crystals over somewhere, and, now it's replenishing, so the lines have to back up again, which means it is drawing absurd amounts of hydrogen in. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, carbon nanotubes are doing excellent. Let's see how... Yeah, frame material is doing quite well also, so let's go ahead and finally upgrade the things here that are making frame material. And now I can make frame material even faster. It's going to eat up a lot more power, but we've got the power. I got a gigawatt of power here, so I might as well use it. And for those that might be wondering, because they weren't here when this was made, there's a bit of a grid change here. So the spacing, sadly, is not quite the same on this side. It is on this side. I just couldn't do the spacing the same. So that's why it's a little oblong. It's a little off kilter. It's not quite evened up. It bugs me a little, but nah, it is what it is. You do what you can. It was, oh right, it was actually, no, it wasn't that, because It's because the input for this, you require 3 inputs, so I had to offset these. And when I tried to offset them initially, I tried to do this, and I couldn't quite do it. Or maybe it was just because I wanted to put the power poles in between them. I'm not entirely sure. It was one of those reasons. It was for some reason I decided to do them like that. Let's go ahead and actually. Oh right, that one's a little funky. Me. Yeah, I'll do 2 of these. Go ahead and extend this belt out like so. Right, and then every once in a while I have to do one kind of weird like this. Cool. So we're making more frames than ever before. And if we are making more frames than ever before, that means we can potentially make more Dyson Sphere components than ever before. Because that does seem to be the one thing that is holding up the carrier rocket production at the moment. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and watch the frame material then for just a couple minutes here. And I'll see if any more adjustments need to be done. Oof, that's a little worrying. Looks like I need to make even more carbon nanotubes. And maybe even more graphene. Graphene is getting pulled super hard all of a sudden. Yeah, we're still not making enough Dyson Sphere components to really keep this going non-stop. Even though right now it says we're making more Dyson Sphere components than we're actually consuming. I feel like this is definitely flawed, because we're using them as soon as we are making them, essentially. Alright, the carbon nanotubes and graphene do worry me a little bit, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at that situation. Carbon nanotubes are doing okay for the moment. Graphene is also doing pretty well. Although I'm basically out of graphene here. You know what, let's go ahead and put this down to 3,000. And I'm going to local demand graphene here, and we'll remote supply it from here. I think that would be best. And then I'll go ahead and put this on storage and just throw that in there. Although, with all the graphene that I've got getting thrown into here, that's going to get used pretty damn quick. Or it's going to fill up pretty damn quick. Which is not necessarily ideal. Put that back on local supply, because I don't really want this to be completely drained, because it's also the one thing that's shipping any graphene out as well. Although no, you're also shipping graphene out, so I guess that really doesn't matter if it is completely drained or not. You're not really struggling that much to keep up with carbon nanotubes, though. Honestly, I feel like I could definitely expand this some more. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes, my drones. Build it all. So we're gonna go a little bit ham here. We're gonna make 10 of these. And I don't know how happy my supply chain is gonna be with that, but that's what I'm gonna do, damn it. Because we need a lot more frame material. Need a lot more frame material so we can make a lot more Dyson Sphere components. Oh wow, we actually have 1,000 carrier rockets here, and they're not being shipped out immediately. That almost makes me wonder if Minkar 4 is full on rockets, and the thing that's stopping me is that I don't have enough launch sites to send them out fast enough. Which, honestly, that might be the case. I may have to go take a visit to Minkar 4 here shortly. Let's see how things are doing progress-wise here. Okay, so we've got, like, 7,500 rockets we still need to send out. We've got about 90,000 solar sails we still need to send out. Okay, that's good. We're making 6.5 gigawatts of power now, which is awesome. I'm actually demanding 7.5, but that's fine. That is fine. Right now I've got 3,000 solar sails in orbit that they're all going in to be absorbed. But obviously that swarm of solar sails is generating power as well. But yeah, everything is working rather nicely so far. Yeah, carbon nanotubes is keeping up for the time being. Let me go ahead and make sure again, real quick though. I wanna. Oh, okay, yeah, you're starting to come back down. you are basically empty. So yeah, we are going to need more carbon nanotube production. And we might need more graphene production, which is actually fine. I'm totally fine with more graphene production. That's why I put that second station down, so that we can continue that. But right now, the more important side of the equation is making sure that we get the carbon nanotubes flowing. Build and maintain 100 ray receivers with a receiving efficiency of over 85%. Nice! Very nice. Very, very nice. Yes. Alright, so that should help out with the carbon nanotubes. At the very least, we are close. We're close to what we're consuming. And actually, graphene production, I feel like that ramped up. I almost wonder if that isn't because... You know, it might be because this was full previously. So if I local demand some graphene real quick. Just so I can empty out that tower. Put that back on local supply. Yeah, all of a sudden that just, it flows in ridiculously. Alright, cool. Now, unfortunately, because of the way if I had a little more foresight, I might not have put these here. Matter of fact, I might just get rid of these real quick. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Because eventually this line is going to get completely saturated with graphene. Oh, are these offset? I did not even realize that these were offset slightly. Huh. But eventually this line is going to get completely saturated with graphene. At which point we're going to have to do kind of the same thing we did right up here. And we're just going to have to do some vertical stacking of lines. That way we can ensure that the graphene is getting in there properly. there we go. That should definitely make sure that we're getting a lot more graphene being produced. However, is that going to back up the graphene over here? It looks like it absolutely will. Yep, you're backed up. You're backed up. And you are not. So 3 plants from the end of the line is where I need to make a break. Right here. And we will take this all the way down here. Let me move this around. Like so. Like so, and then down in here like so. Excellent, okay. So now we'll be getting all the graphene in there. And yeah, it looks like graphene will more or less keep up with production, I believe. Carbon nanotubes we still need to expand ever so slightly. So let's go ahead and expand even more on my carbon nanotube line. That is already the thing of legend. It won't, I mean, if I expand this much more, then it's literally going to be a ring around the entire planet just making carbon nanotubes. Which, honestly, that doesn't sound bad to me. Having that much carbon nanotube production would be pretty nice. Why won't you just go in there? That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do, you foolish fool. That's not quite what I planned to do, but okay. That'll work. Now I should make sure and see if carbon nanotubes are getting... Yeah, carbon nanotubes are actually stockpiling over here. So the belt is basically saturated at this point. Although it's not completely saturated. This is interesting. With the way I have this set up, I wonder, could I do this actually? That's not gonna leave me enough room to okay, yeah. I was thinking I would do that and then I would run the line over like that, but yeah, that's not gonna work. Is that not going in at all? You know what? It might not be. Hold on, let me redo this. There we go. Now they're going in properly. I mean, I guess it didn't totally get saturated, but it definitely wasn't as good as it could have been. How else would I get carbon nanotubes over to here? Actually, you know what? Considering the fact that this is where carbon nanotubes are getting pulled into, I could simply start pulling these a different direction and put another tower at the end. I could do that. Question is, should I do that? Yeah, right now temporarily my carbon nanotube production is gonna be, because things are getting stockpiled and I backed up the line and I mucked up some things there. That'll go back to normal here shortly though. Yeah, because like these lines right here, they're not doing anything. Oh, they're actually not getting titanium. Oh, did titanium finally die? You know, I was looking at everything else over there, and I didn't pay attention to titanium. Titanium. Yeah, we're not making enough titanium ingots. All right. Well, I think there's more titanium to exploit on this planet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's more titanium. We'll go ahead and yeah, you were local supplying. You were demanding. You were supplying. You know, we're gonna change you to demand, and let's go get ourselves some titanium. So that's why carbon nanotubes died all of a sudden. It was because of titanium, which doesn't exactly surprise me. Try to get as much out of these as I can. Try to get as many of these around these veins as I can. Looks like this is going to be pretty much it. Excellent. Alright, and we will do something along these lines, I think. Excellent. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the smelters down. We're going to need quite a few of them. So I am thinking do like 30 of these puppies. put the planetary thing right here. Titanium ingots, max charging power, all that good stuff. Excellent. Whew. That is quite the titanium smelting operation we got going on now. Haha! And I love it! Give me all the titanium. I need it all. I need every last drop of titanium you can provide me. Honestly, the way this is backed up, I'm almost... Yeah, I think we're gonna do this, this, and we're gonna... make another line. We're going to wrap this around. I'm going to add more smelters to this. We're going to offset them so there actually isn't going to be a full 30 on this one, but that's fine. Or, well, actually there might be, depending on whether or not I can fit them all. Oh yeah, I can fit them easily. Cool. Easily fit them. Very good. Although it looks like we need power on the front end now. This should pretty easily solve all of our titanium ingot problems for the foreseeable future, though. And then you might be wondering why I bothered to cut those other lines off. And it's because we are also going to wrap these around, because eventually it was going to get to the point where, you know, all of these were just eating up all the titanium ore, and it wasn't going to get around all of these anyway. So if I do it this way, everything should get fed titanium ore a whole lot more effectively. Alright, and then I just have to copy this down the line. Now that might be a little bit more than we're capable of supplying in terms of ore, Hopefully it's not, but then again, even if it is, as we continue to increase our veins utilization research level, these miners will speed up and provide more and more ore. So hopefully it will not be an issue. Although it looks like you're not supplying any ore right now. Well, actually, no, you are. It's just not consistent. So let's go ahead and attach you to that line then. There we go. Now I feel much better about my titanium ingot production. Let's go ahead and check how we're doing. Right, so we've got plenty of titanium ingots here. And these are making titanium alloy. Which actually it looks like, yeah, we pretty much needed to grab as much titanium as we could for titanium alloy. Because that basically died. Yeah, now we've got you pulling titanium or titanium ingots rather. So let's go ahead and take that all the way to the max, might as well. Even that might not be enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at titanium ingots right now. Well, overall in the system, we are definitely making enough. Let's take a look at the planet here. Yeah, we are making a lot more titanium ingots than we are consuming. So that should eventually equalize. It shouldn't really be a problem. Although I see that consumption is slowly creeping up now that I have added all those titanium ingots to the supply line. That concerns me ever so slightly. Okay, it's kind of holding at 2250 or around that range, so that's not doing too bad. Not too bad. All right. It's gonna take a minute to, you know, finally get supply everywhere, though. So for now, we're gonna kind of struggle a little bit. Maybe I should go ahead. Oh wow, we actually have. Ah, right. Titanium died, so I wasn't making titanium alloy to make fuel rods. So now all of a sudden, Dyson sphere components are piling up. Frame material is piling up. Although the carbon nanotube is, yeah, it's gone. It is Gandhi. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's completely stacked. Okay, so I've got a. Let's see, how many of these get made? 2 every 4 seconds, so I get basically 1 every 2 seconds, which means 1 every 2 seconds. 2 plants is going to make 2 every 2 seconds. So really I need to go to 30. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Right here. This is where we need to make a cut in the line. And I need to raise this up. And again, I'm not too sure exactly how I'm gonna get this to work, because I remember the space over here was kind of limited. But we're gonna bring it over here and we'll figure something out. It might have to be something quick and dirty. It might have to look awful, but if that's what we got to do, that is what we got to do. Alright, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, now we've got some titanium stockpiled here. Good, good, good. We're finally getting all of the, well, a lot of these plants were backed up, so, you know, they've got to offload all of their material, and then the next ones that are backed up, they can start offloading their material. And it's probably gonna be a process. It's gonna take a while to offload all of the material. There we go. Now they're getting their carbon nanotubes out. Now they're getting them out. Yeah, titanium alloy is the one that's struggling a bit. So here, let me take a look at titanium alloy. Oof. Yeah, we're producing it at 440 a minute, and we're consuming it at almost twice that. So, titanium alloy, my friend, you need to get expanded tremendously. And it looks like I had anticipated this, because I already have expansions ready to go. Although, for some reason, these guys don't have outputs. I don't know why that would be. Alright, we'll see what that does. I added, what was that, 6 more, I think? See what that does to the titanium alloy production real quick. And then I'll determine how many more I really need to do. I mean, I'm sure I probably need to do at least 10 or 12 more. But we were sitting at about 440. We're up to 540, so that added at least 100. Closing in on 600. There we go, there's 600. Looking like I might sit at 600, okay. So 440, 600. Give me an extra 160 a minute just by adding those. Yeah, if I add 12 more, we will be sitting pretty. Although I don't know if I'll have the space to do it right here. I guess we will find out. Well, there's 10. 10's a pretty good start. Not sure how. I mean, well, these just got put online. They've got to take their fill of acid, so it's gonna take a little while before this line potentially backs up again. But okay, yeah, I think we'll be fine for acid on the line. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, so let's take a look at titanium alloy then. I'm hoping to see this production get over 900, because I think we were sitting at just about 880 consumption a minute on titanium alloy. So if I can get it over 900, I'll be pretty confident we'll remain in a surplus for a while. Oh wow, it looks like steel is actually getting consumed faster than it's being produced here as well. Of course, steel's been... Really? According to that it is, but steel's been backed up over here for like forever. And I think you're the only thing demanding steel, if I am not mistaken. Let's find steel real quick. Yeah, because I'm not even exporting the steel, really. So that to me seems kind of off. I think we're doing fine on steel here. It is sitting at 800. That's a little surprising to me. Why are you struggling so hard, my friend? Why are you struggling so hard? I'll add a couple more here. We'll extend this line to the absolute maximum length that we possibly can. And I will add 3 more on here. Say, surely it can't be the output line. That can't be saturated. Yeah, there's no way. It's not even close to saturated. That added a little more production, but I can't imagine it'll do too much for me here. Ah, maybe it will. Okay. I'll take it. Let's go pay a visit over here, see how things are going. Frame material is stockpiled nicely. Quantum chips are stockpiled nicely. Processors, solar sails, all of that. Very good, very good. You've got Dyson sphere components getting made at a pretty decent clip. So the real problem, it would appear, is deuterium fuel rods. Wait, these are... Oh, yeah, we are discharging just a little bit. Surprising. I guess the ray receivers aren't lined up right now. Oof. Deuterium. Not enough deuterium. More deuterium required. You require more deuterium fuel rods. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of the deuterium buffer. I think it is time. Okay, so now the question becomes... do I have enough hydrogen elsewhere to do more of this? Right, I need to remember that these require some space in order to get them in here correctly. Let's go ahead and do this variety? Yeah, we'll do that variety of splitter. Alright, so the idea will be this will come out here, and it will go up into here. And then this will come out of here, go into here, and we are going to prioritize that input. Alright, and then we're going to have our export of deuterium this way. Actually, hold up, no. We're going to move that over. I forgot I've got to pull the hydrogen out. And we'll leave that right there for the time being. Let's go ahead and hook up all of our fractionators here. Which is a little bit of an involved process. Honestly, a part of me wants to use the miniature particle colliders, but it would just be such a waste of power that I really don't want to. I don't want to do it. I've got the power, or at least I will very shortly. I have the power. But yeah, I don't want to use it. I know we're gonna have to be expanding production of deuterium fuel rods, probably. There Dyson sphere components, all kinds of stuff. There's so much that still needs to be expanded. Alright, that handles that. Let's go ahead and get the exports plugged in, and then we'll get some power going. And we will be Gucci to get the fractionators running, making more deuterium, so I can have my deuterium fuel rods and my carrier rockets. Alrighty, go ahead and get the power in here. Oh boy. And then that should start to get pretty full pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and throw another splitter down here, and we're going to do the same configuration we did before. And we're basically going to set this up in exactly the same way. Oops. And since this one's going to be feeding off of this splitter, it's going to make both of them slightly less than perfectly efficient. But I'm okay with that for now. Because, I mean, I'm not even entirely sure I have enough hydrogen production right now to supply all of them. And this one, I'll go ahead and do the exports first. And then we'll link all of these together. And actually I need to power the ones on the end there as well. Alright, let's go ahead and power these puppies. Hopefully I have enough belts for this. I realize that I am slowly running out of belts here. Looks like I'll have enough to finish this up, though. That shouldn't be an issue. Alrighty, and then hook that up. And there we go. Input priority is right there. Looks like hydrogen production will do pretty well, I think. Now we've got more deuterium coming in. So hopefully that means we've got some more fuel rods being made. Not a lot more, sadly. Not a lot more, at least not yet. It might take a second for that to. Oof! Wow! Look at that. Whew! That looks nice. It's like a snowflake forming in the sky or something. Yeah, honestly, the more I look at this, like, I could stand to double this, honestly. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just go ahead and make some more fractionators. Or rather, go grab some more fractionators and belts and whatnot, and we'll just go ham on deuterium production here. Because, honestly, I need it. I absolutely need it. And it looks like it's actually going to eat up all of the hydrogen that those graphene or those chemical plants are making. Now, unfortunately, the deuterium fuel rods are the most required component of the carrier rockets. So yeah, these things just like chew up all those deuterium rods immediately. So my deuterium fuel rod, yeah, wow. Dyson sphere components are just about stacked. Frame material is stacked. Honestly, I could stand to expand processors just a little bit here. Yeah, I need to ramp up deuterium fuel rods. Like there's no getting around it. There is absolutely no getting around it. Man, I've got so many fractionators making deuterium as well. Like, it is ridiculous. Let's remote demand some more hydrogen in here. Honestly, you know what? Let's local demand some hydrogen in here. Yeah, you've got graphene, so you're fine for now. How is the graphene doing? Yeah, it's doing fine. Carbon nanotubes are doing all right. Frame material is just crushing it. And because deuterium fuel rods are not, you know, getting supplied fast enough, Dyson sphere components aren't even really getting used. So I can't tell if that's doing well or what, since I upgraded those. Alright, I'll put that on local storage now. I was going to expand frame material, but honestly, right now, I don't think it's going to matter, because I can't produce the deuterium fuel rods fast enough. So, yeah, it's just really not going to matter. That and titanium alloy is still... Titanium alloy is still struggling. Where is titanium alloy? Yeah, it's just breaking even, really. I may have to set up a place to make some more titanium alloy. Oh, wow. Acid is actually getting drained. Holy hell. I never thought I would see the day when I wasn't making enough acid. Do I have water pumps on me? I don't. I don't think I automated those because I so rarely actually use them for anything. Here, let me... I'm sure there's probably a couple of iron ingots I can just snag off of this line real quick. We'll make some extra water pumps here. and I will get some more acid going. Pushing my belts to the limit here. All right, there we go. So I've got more acid getting pulled out of there now. So hopefully this is at the very least, yeah, it's holding steady. It's actually improving. It's actually increasing. Okay, good. We'll have a surplus of acid again shortly. Oh, man. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Let's get rid of the titanium, the fire ice, a couple of solar sails. Oops, I don't even know what I just did there. But anyways, let's go ahead and I think, well, I'm out of belts, so I can't really do much else here. So let's head back to Minkar 1. I'll grab belts and whatnot, and then I think I'm gonna head over to Minkar 4 and see what the situation is like over there. I don't imagine that they're stockpiling carrier rockets at this point because I just haven't been making them fast enough. But from what I can tell, it certainly doesn't look as though I'm hurting for carrier rockets to launch. Yeah, I'm seeing plenty of carrier rockets coming in from Minkar 4. They are coming in hot and heavy. Let's check up on the Dyson sphere, how it's doing. Yeah, we've got 5,000 carrier rockets left to launch, and about 60,000 solar sails before we are finished with what we have put together here. And we're getting close. I would say we're probably about 18-20%-ish done with this Dyson sphere. If you kind of try and compare the overall area of that to the area of this, which is, well, actually no, that's not even a fourth. That's 1/8, isn't it? Okay, never mind. So that would be 12.5%. Okay, so we're maybe like close to 10% done with the Dyson sphere. Have I mentioned how big Dyson spheres are? What a big operation it is to make a frickin' Dyson sphere? Yeah, they're pretty big. We will be at it for quite some time, at least at our current rate. I am trying to speed things up a little, but it's takes a lot of work getting all the production lines, all the little details working out correctly. This is alright. This is where our power was originally being made, so I got to go this way for belts. We'll just take like 3,000 of them this time. And actually, I can drop off some of my Mark II assemblers. And do I need to grab... Yeah, let's grab some sorters. Just to make sure that I'm in good shape there. Almost 1,000, that should be enough. You know what, we're just gonna take even more of these belts. Even more of them. And I took 100 smelters not that long ago. And now all of a sudden I'm down to 20. Let's just take like another 100 or so. And yeah. Things are looking good here. Diamonds still are not stockpiling. However, that's not the end of the world. Strange matter. Strange matter hasn't been buffering, really. What is using strange matter? Strange matter, the graviton lens. Ah! Yes, we've been using the graviton lenses in order to... well, I've also been setting up this big buffer system for graviton lenses. So they've been in mass production the entire time. But yeah, we are using graviton lenses over here to try and make critical photons as well. Which actually... Oh, wow, we are completely full up on antimatter. I am... shocked and amazed. How many critical photons do we have saved up? Not that many. But wow. Wow! Wow! That is a lot of research. That is 12,000 white cubes. Alrighty. I like to see it. That means it is time for another level of veins utilization. Abso-frickin-lutely. Got deuterium? Use fractionators to produce at least 100,000 deuterium per hour on a single planet. Oh, that's right. We need to grab more fractionators. I was planning to do a whole lot more than that, actually. I totally forgot that that achievement even existed, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I'm going to set up like another 60 fractionators over there because... Holy Jesus, do we need a lot of fractionators. We need so many fractionators, it's not even funny. And how many chemical plants do I have left? I have 7. That won't do. No. Let's grab like many more. Just many more. I don't know how many more, but many more. Alright. That will do nicely. Let's see how the power is doing here when I am researching. Wow, our generation capacity is 2 gigawatts. Not everything is getting produced research-wise. We're starting to see some of the towers activate because I am researching. So yeah, the power will slowly climb over a gigawatt of consumption. But the fact that I've got 2 gigawatts of capacity, I'm good. I'm not going to worry about power on this planet for quite some time. Oakley dokley. Honestly, at this point, I probably need to make a buffer system for antimatter. Because, you know, it's just so important to keep that going all the time. I mean, I do have the buffer system for critical photons, so I'm not going to be worried about it that much. Speaking of which, how many of these are we making a minute? 12. Actually, real quick, how many critical photons am I making here? I am making 216 a minute at the moment, and I'm consuming 240 with all of these running. Now, of course, this is not a consistent 216 because, you know, the orbital wobble of the planet and whatnot. It's not always lined up with the thing there. But honestly, with the way this is going, I could very easily add a couple more of these to make critical photons, and I think I will. Let's go ahead and just set up a splitter right here. Bring you in there. Go ahead and switch to that. Bring you over here and there. And let's go ahead and set an output for my critical photons. Where are they? Oh, right now they are kind of right there. Am I gonna be able to squeeze this in? Ooh, just barely. Just barely. Okay. That's fine though. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright, so I'm going to switch you to photon generation. There we go. That's what I like to see. Make those critical photons. That did lower my generation capacity and increase my consumption by quite a bit, but that's alright. That is alright. So how are we doing on critical photons now? It's going to take a minute to catch up to our current production level. And I am suddenly out of tea. I am not happy about that. Oh, what the deuce? There we go. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, that's going to bring me up to 240 a minute while they have line of sight of the Dyson sphere. Or just under it. So I should be able to maintain constant antimatter production then. Which means we'll constantly be making 240 antimatter a minute. We're consuming 360, which means I definitely need to increase the amount of critical photons and antimatter. Still. But I think that is a start. That is absolutely a good start. Yeah, with all of the research materials being made now this is going to be the highest demand on my power and the highest strain on all of my resources here on this planet. So we're gonna start seeing shortages of many things here soon. Because right now just about everything is popping off at maximum capacity. Or at least they should be. It's probably going to be a slight trickle-down effect. Because things have been, you know, not working, not running, not being made for quite some time. So it's going to take a minute for the system to catch up. You know, the most advanced things are getting made right now that take the most amount of resources. Eventually, the resources that those items depend on are going to start getting taxed pretty hard. And then, you know, the things that that those are made of, you know, they're going to get taxed pretty hard, and it's just going to slowly grind a lot of things to a halt. But that's okay, because I need to know where those deficiencies are anyway in the system. Yeah, right now I'm kind of thinking microcrystalline components need a buff. They definitely need a little bit more, I think. I mean, it actually looks like I could produce more here. Right now they're stacked up, though, so... how are the resources? The resources for them aren't doing that badly. Alright, and then I put this over here so I can't expand this line any further. Which isn't really necessarily a bad thing at all. But yeah, you can see, like, I'm using a lot of the nodes on this planet. I'm not going to say I'm using all of them by any stretch of the imagination. There's more copper here that I could be utilizing. There's titanium here I could be utilizing. I think I am just about using... Well, I'm not using this iron right here. Honestly, at this point, I could probably get rid of the solar belt. It's really not... It's not feeding much of my power demand. But yeah, there's copper up here that I'm not using, titanium up here that I'm not using, some more iron that I'm not using, but for the most part, I'm probably using 70 to 80% of the most important resources on this planet already, so I can't really expand production on here too much further, simply because I don't have the resources. Now, there are resources that aren't being used in the other planets of the system, so I can absolutely start mining those and maybe potentially import all of the ingots that I need. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I don't really want to set up new mining systems and all of that just to import stuff here on stream. That's the kind of work that I would prefer to do off stream. Oof, yeah. No diamonds for more graviton lenses, unfortunately. Just absolutely none. Which isn't all that surprising, considering I do need diamonds to make the yellow research, the structure matrices. So, and they are getting made. They are getting made real hard right about now. Everything's looking good for quantum chips. How is the supply of materials for my structure matrices? Yeah, it looks like it just ran out of the last of the diamonds that it was pulling from somewhere. I don't know where, but from somewhere. I think at this point I would like to, yeah, let's just max these out. I would like to have a maximum buffer size for these in the future. I mean, obviously right now it's not going to be able to supply the diamonds. It just can't. But in the future, I would like to be able to supply those. All of this is stacked up. Our matter reserves are going down, but that is fine. That is all part of the plan. Wow, we are 2,700 away from Vaden's utilization. The next level of it. I don't know what level we're at. Level 8? Okay. And I've still got 8,000 white research, essentially, stockpiled in here. That's pretty crazy. Honestly, that means I could probably do another level of it. I kind of want to do this in order to get my my entire transport network moving a little bit faster. That would help to, you know, kind of iron out the kinks, so to speak, in the transport system, in logistics, so that I would really understand what things are, you know, what things are in a deficit and what things are in a surplus. Because right now it takes a while for everything to get transported around. And I believe that also helps with the warp speed of the logistic vessels. At least I believe it does. There are also a couple of convenient things that I could grab. More solar ray efficiency wouldn't be a bad idea either. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that I could potentially look at right now. Hold on, let me sit down. I'm tired of that alt thing over the top of this. Another potential thing that could be done is I could improve my drive engine so that I could, yeah, my mecha max warp speed. Right now it's a quarter of a light year per second. If I could do that, that would improve it a fair bit, which would mean I would essentially extend my warp range a little bit more. Or I could go for the mech core and increase the amount of energy I have, which also essentially would increase my range. I would use more energy that way, but that's not really a big problem. Especially if I start setting aside a little bit of antimatter in order to make antimatter fuel rods. Because, yeah, every antimatter fuel rod is 7 gigajoules. 7 gigajoules. To put that into perspective, the deuterium fuel rods that we're using right now, and we do actually have some that have, you know, an increase from proliferator that's been from forever ago. These are providing me 720 megajoules. The antimatter fuel rods are 10 times this amount, and that's without any proliferator on them. The basic deuterium fuel rods only give me 600 megajoules, so they're 12 times more energy than the normal deuteron fuel rod, and the normal ones already basically last me damn near forever. So I should probably set aside a couple of those just for when I start doing some of that kind of stuff. that really might not be a bad idea at all. I'm also seeing right now critical photons are in a holding pattern now. I kind of feel like maybe let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and double what we've got here. And we'll start making some more antimatter here, yeah. Alright, cool. So with antimatter, wow, just adding those two actually kicked up our antimatter production quite a bit. Yeah, we're up to 360 antimatter a minute. If I could sustain that with the critical photon production, which I can't right now. Where is... Yeah, I need to... Okay. I could put a couple more ray receivers down for critical photon generation. Although we're getting close to the point where I might need to start putting some more ray receivers down for just power as well. We're producing 8 gigawatts now on the Dyson Sphere. Oh, so good. So good. I remember when I couldn't even manage to fulfill the 4 gigawatts that I was requesting for a while, and we're already up to 8. Nice. Very nice indeed. How are things coming along here? Yeah, we're only about 2,500 rockets away from finishing what I've put up here. Still about 50,000 solar sails, but that's fine. Solar sails are a lot easier to make. They get made in mass pretty quickly. I am in no particular hurry to launch more solar sails. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick trip over to Minkar 4, which shouldn't be hard to find. I mean, that's where all the things are getting shot at the Dyson sphere from. There we go. Oh god. That was a bad time to warp during an autosave. Bad time to go for a warp. Yeah, you start going into the planet here, and you almost feel like you're entering a bullet hell game all of a sudden. It's just like, oh crap, I gotta bob and weave. They're everywhere. But we'll see how many rockets are here. I'm sure it's got plenty of solar sails. It has been blasting out solar sails basically non-stop the entire time. Yeah, you got solar sails. Not a massive stockpile of rockets, but I'm not super surprised. We've been hurting for deuterium fuel rods for quite some time. And actually, I was noticing I was managing to walk up the side of this. Or it looked like I was managing to walk up the side of this launch silo. Yeah, look at this. Isn't this an interesting little glitch? I think it's because I'm stuck in between the two. Yeah, I'm stuck in between the two. Stuck in between the two little launch silos. And you can't completely fly over these to like land on them. I was gonna say I almost was thinking there for a second maybe I could maybe I could exploit this to try and get that one achievement of being 40 meters above sea level without being in flight mode. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that today. No. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, we are in a pretty good state, honestly. We're constantly launching rockets. We are constantly launching solar sails. I'm still, I still need to work on deuterium fuel rods. It looks like frame material and carbon nanotubes are more or less in good shape now. I kind of wish I could get a good angle here. Yeah, that's all right. As the sun sets here, we'll get a slightly better angle of this. This can make for a pretty interesting screenshot, though. I'll go ahead and use that at some point here. But yeah, I think I am going to I think I'm gonna call that a stream here in just a second. I am kind of still suffering with a slight toothache. I haven't had to take any pain pills today, so I believe it's going away. It's probably just like a quick inflammation or some crap like that. It happens sometimes. But yeah, it's been a little annoying, and even though I haven't taken any pain medication for it, it is draining my my mental energy a little bit. Just having to deal with it. So yeah, I think this is a good time. I think there are a number of things that I need to do in Dyson Sphere program off stream at this point, just because we're not making massive amounts of progress anymore. We've kind of hit the end game wall where, you know, everything is just all about getting more antimatter, more power to make antimatter and critical photons, so that you can make white research. And then white research allows you to get more veins utilization, allows you to get more resources out from your miners. It allows you to expand your production in every planet. You know, more ray transmission efficiency. You get more power off of the Dyson sphere so that you can make more critical photons and continue your research. We're just stuck in that loop, and it's a little bit slow right now, largely because I'm being a little bit stubborn and I'm just kind of trying to continue to improve our current system rather than, you know, going out to another system and just getting it started, which I don't know where I want to go. Honestly, I would like to get into these blue stars over here, so I guess we would probably want to go in this direction. I guess we'll take a quick look at potential destinations. We've got this place. It has fire ice, fractal silicon, sulfuric acid oceans. Okay. Over here, we've got okay. So this one has a gas giant. So hydrogen and deuterium would be a little bit easier here. It does have fire ice. It has sulfuric acids, and it has a water ocean. Okay. Over here, we've got crude oil. That's good to know, actually. Kimberlite ore, which is great for making diamonds. We've got our own organic crystals. We've got water. We've got a gas giant. Okay. So a lot of good stuff there. Here, just kimberlite ore and a gas giant. But it's so far out from the starter system, which is way over here, that we might have pretty significant deposits of iron, copper, silicon, all of these more basic resources. 68 Pictoris. Huh. Huh. That's an interesting name, Dyson Sphere program. Huh, yeah, okay. Fractal silicon, optical grating crystal, that's a material that we haven't used yet. And some sulfuric acid oceans, but no oil, no gas giant, no fire ice. That would make graphene slightly annoying in that particular system. And then, what else? We've got Gamma Orionis, fire ice, sulfuric acid, a gas giant. And then maybe over here, Theta Andromedae. Fire ice, kimberlite, a gas giant. Yeah, nothing amazing. Honestly, this system over here, right here, this kind of strikes me as maybe the place we would go next. We've got crude oil, so we can make energetic graphite from that. We can make hydrogen from that. We've got a gas giant, so hydrogen wouldn't be a problem. That would be a lot easier to get deuterium from. We do have organic crystal, so we wouldn't have to use any of our oil to make organic crystal for titanium crystals and whatnot. We've got kimberlite ore to make diamonds, so I don't really have to spend whatever coal we have in order to make diamonds. I can focus on making energetic graphite, or I can even start making proliferator again. That would be pretty handy as well. It would be nice to be shipping some proliferator back to Minkar. And although nothing in Minkar is really set up to use proliferators, so maybe I wouldn't do that. But yeah, there's a couple of places. I think this is gonna be the we're gonna set that to always show. I think that would be the next place I would want to set up. It's an A-type star, which means its luminosity is not quite as much as a B-type. Which, let me see, that's a B-type star with 1.5. We got a B-type with 1.46. Obviously, mine is... where is it? Oh, I actually selected the planet. I don't want to select the planet. I want to select the star. The star I've got is 1.8 times, so it's a really nice B-type star. Yeah, a lot of these stars aren't super amazing, but you know, almost 1.4 times luminosity of what I had over here at Lambda Serpentis. That's still pretty doable. It's right in the middle between Minkar and Lambda Serpentis, so we'll still get pretty decent power off of any Dyson sphere that we construct here. Which I don't know that I would really want to construct one here, but you know what? That might be just enough that that we could do something with that. So yeah, I think I am going to call that a stream, folks. So I just want to say thank you, everybody who stopped by. I guess if people were stopping by, it was all lurkers tonight, which is totally fine. I understand. Lurking is very convenient sometimes. Hopefully you enjoyed. Maybe you even learned a few things about Dyson Sphere along the way. You probably learned that I don't really super plan out my production chains. I just kind of brute force stuff, and when shortages appear, I brute force those until they're fixed. That's kind of how I roll. You know, I could definitely be a lot better with like min-maxing and doing some math and planning some things out, but honestly, that's just not really my style with this game. I feel like that would make that would really suck a lot of the fun out of it for me. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe, like the video, you know, all that YouTube stuff that y'all know what to do. And again, do let me know in the comments. I would like your feedback on, you know, whether you care if I stream on Twitch or YouTube. You know, what series your favorites are, what series you want me to continue and whatnot. All of that information is invaluable to me. All of those games that I've been streaming, I mean, I'm going to keep playing all of them regardless. It's just which ones am I going to show you guys, because I don't know which ones you like the most just yet, because I'm still kind of new at doing this. So yeah, all of that information, extremely invaluable. I am very thankful for all of it. So again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all, and until next time, I guess take care. I believe next time, Friday, I will probably stream... that's a toughie. I guess it's between Gold Rush and probably... I kind of want to start streaming some Valheim as well. I've kind of got 7 days off on the back burner because Alpha 21 hype, and I don't want to get started on that. I don't want to get started on that. I kind of feel bad that I did start it, but now I'm not doing anything with it. But yeah, I don't want to get too hyped up for Alpha 21. But anyways, I just realized I totally forgot. I need to come up with a set outro. I really need to do that. I haven't told you guys when I stream. If you're new around here, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time until basically whenever I decide to quit. Usually sometime around 8, 9. Occasionally I go a little bit longer to 10 o'clock. But that is when I generally stream, so you can look forward to a stream on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, like I said. Not entirely sure what it's going to be. Gold Rush, Valheim, something like that. I guess you'll have to stop by and find out. But anyways, again, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Take care. Fox is out of here.